Hello again. You know what? I had really wanted to retire. There's so many other things to do, and I thought, surely I'll be off doing those other things, but I cannot stay silent. I cannot believe this obscenity that is Diablo Immortal. Good grief, Blizzard. What were you thinking? I mean, at at the time of this recording, we've just finished with BlizzCon 2018, the great big convention that Blizzard likes to hold to bring all of its wonderful, adoring fanboys and girls together and say, look what we got for you! Don't you want to spend more money on Blizzard products? Well, I mean, normally, yeah, absolutely. I'll admit it, I'm a fan cat. I love a lot of Blizzard games, but there's some attitudes that Blizzard has that I don't love, and they don't love me. So, like for example, BlizzCon 2018, there was a lot of hype. We knew there was going to be some Diablo announcement. Everybody was excited. Ooh boy, the flames were high with anticipation. Could it be Diablo 4? Could it be a remaster of Diablo 3? Could we finally get druids in Diablo 3? Or, is Diablo 4 going to have them? And then everything is exciting. We have the opening ceremonies, and at the very end, it's like, and now Diablo Immortal is coming out, and it's a mobile game. Like, what? I mean, that main hall, which I've been in a few times, seats something like 50,000 people. And if you watch the opening ceremonies, there's like maybe 30 people that clap and like, yay. And the rest of the hall is silent. And I mean, well, here's an example. This is just some of the chat that was flying by during the Diablo reveal, which they saved till the last. Somebody must have realized, when people see this, they're going to be a little honked off. We don't want this to temper how the entire ceremony goes. We'll save this one for last, just in case. Well, all right. Well, good call on putting it last, but what were you expecting? I mean, people that come to BlizzCon have spent some money on PC rigs because they play PC games. I know, what a concept, right? So, of course, they would be stoked for a mobile game. Yeah, that's why I'm surrounded by all these monitors and all this processing power, because I want to play mobile games. I don't know. It really feels like Blizz has put the con back into BlizzCon with this whole bait and switch. It's like, look, we have a Diablo game, and oh yeah, it's a mobile game. Yeah, because nobody wanted that. Good grief. I mean, this sounds like a move from Electronic Arts. Talk about going full EA. You never go full EA, although in some ways I think EA does it better. I mean, at least when Electronic Arts over monetizes the crap out of something, they make the game themselves. But it looks like that Diablo Immortal is just some reskin Chinese game. That all the stuff was there, and Blizzard talks about, good grief, they have this huge thing in their panel where they're like, oh, making UIs for mobile games is hard, and we went to great lengths. No, you didn't. The game's been out for years. All you did was slap on some graphics and put on a map, and and they bring out all these people like they're designers of the game. Give me a break. Yeah, you drew some pictures. You drew a map. You slapped it on an existing game. And it might as well be an expansion pack for that game. It's not a new game. Yes, you've integrated with Battle.net, which you didn't have before, and you're going to add some cutscenes and videos, and they went on and on about the backstory that they created for their characters. Well, none of that's part of the game either, so who cares? It's a mobile game. You mash buttons and things happen. And it, if I understand correctly, it's all online, so yeah, RIP your data plan. So, because they're like, you could play Diablo anywhere. It's like, yeah, no thanks. I'm not using my data to be connected to Battle.net all the time. Yes, I know. Phones have Wi-Fi, so great. Look for a Wi-Fi hotspot and then play Diablo on a phone? Nah. We have gaming laptops. We have nice big gaming systems. I mean, literally nobody is interested in this. And, it was very telling that when they bring out the development team on stage, the Blizzard development, quote-unquote, team is like a few guys. The Chinese team, whole bunch of guys. And I'm like, these are the real designers of the game. The Blizzard people are just artists and marketing people. Yeah, and to their credit, I mean, we have this one guy. My goodness, he asked the question we all wanted to know: is this ever going to come out on PC?
I was curious, I see a lot of mechanics that we've kind of been begging for in Diablo 3 in this. Is there any plans to make this playable on PC, or is this strictly mobile forever?
Are there any? Yeah, the current plan is to be on mobile, both Android and iOS. We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC. Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
You can play on your tablet too.
Yeah, you like that reaction? Well, that's Blizzard claims that they were surprised by that reaction. They're not surprised. Come on. We saw in the opening ceremonies, everyone was booing in chat, saying, "Rip Diablo franchise." Nobody wants a mobile game. And then here's why do we hate mobile games? Well, because they're usually vehicles for microtransactions and not much else. Candy Crush, anyone? And now this was my favorite part. I mean, granted, the guy asking about the different platforms, yeah, that was kind of funny. And there was another guy who asked, "Is this an April Fool's joke that's just out of season?" And I don't think Blizzard enjoyed that, but it's valid. I mean, come on, this seems like a joke. But no, here's the question that really got me.
This being a mobile game, will we expect to see a lot of microtransactions, or will it be single pay?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. So it's always been the tradition at Blizzard that we work on gameplay first. It doesn't matter whether it's a box product or whether it's a free-to-play product. We haven't figured out the business model. That's been the case for Hearthstone. That's been the case for Overwatch. That's the case for Diablo Immortal. We want to focus on making an excellent game first. We'll have the systems, we'll have the items, and then when the game is complete, or when we're farther along, we can take a look at the game and figure out what the right business model is.
All right, thank you.
Great game first.
Okay, yeah, you see that response. Oh, we don't know how it's going to be monetized. Bull excrement. That's the nicest way I can say it, is you don't make a game without knowing how you're going to monetize it. Come on, this is not a charity. Baloney. They know exactly what they're going to do, but they don't want to say, loot boxes, because they'll get crucified, and they know it. It's all going to be microtransaction nonsense. The game will probably be some free-to-play, mobile game, and it'll be filled with all kinds of things for you to stumble over so that you can pay money for it. Oh, yeah. What a great idea. Let's see. What do we think about that, investors? I mean, is this a new proposition? Oh, no, I guess not. Nope. I guess nobody is really stoked about a mobile game. Oh, well. Blizzard, unfortunately, doesn't get it. They're like, well, it's BlizzCon. Surely people should love everything we put out. How dare you people? There was even one quote-unquote journalist, shill, that was saying that, gamers are entitled, you should just like it. And I was like, give me a break, You got to entertain me if you want something off my credit card. And microtransactions, wow, I am so sick of games that are all about microtransactions. I mean, what happened to the days when you just bought a game and it was fun to play and it had lots of content? Instead, it's like, oh, okay, for this, that'll be $1, and this will be $1, and this will be $1, and this will be 50 cents, and $1 here, $1 there, $5 there, $20 there, There's a reason that in the World of Warcraft they have an in-game store, and it has a few items, but not very many. They tried that with the Warlords of Draenor. They made all the mounts that you see all the NPCs parading around on, and everything else in shop, game store only, with real money. Blizzard's never really revealed how many people actually bought those things, but you don't see a lot of items in that store. So that PC crowd, who's not stoked about microtransactions in a big AAA title, surely they're going to love microtransactions in a little mobile game, right? Especially after the what happened to Electronic Arts earlier this year. Yeah, that's why the investors are like, dude, you know, this is your core audience. These are the most rabid fans of your products, and they are booing you. Yeah, I would say that was bad. Although what's worse is, see, it's actually very cool here, but you know why it's kind of warm? I'm sitting here with my browser open to the comments section of the Diablo trailer. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Look, these comments. Yeah. Obviously, all these people who saw the trailer are absolutely stoked for the mobile game, huh? And part of the reason why they're so upset is because, in typical Blizzard fashion, I really was hoping that Blizzard had learned their lesson, but they haven't. They were deleting people's comments, all throughout BlizzCon, and I'm thinking of making a compilation of it where they keep saying, we care about your feedback. We want to hear from you. You're the most important person. Baloney and bull excrement. Because they delete everybody's comments. They hide everybody's comments. They tried to claim, it's like Russian bots. We're like protecting you, man. The Russians don't want you to know this is a good game, but we got you, man. We got you. We'll protect you from Putin. It's so laughable. You did this to yourself, by the way, Russia. It's just too easy to blame you for everything. And for a while, it was always Chinese hackers, but no. Now it's all the Russians. Oh, well. So for whatever reason, they were deleting all kinds of stuff. They were even deleting dislikes. They tried deleting the video and re-uploading it. And wow. PR nightmare. Absolute PR nightmare. That really tells people, we care what you think. We want to hear from you, right? Diablo Immortal is a disaster. And I'm sure Blizzard will make a little bit of money on it. I can't believe that they designed anything, though. I mean, they went on at great length talking about, the art and the backstory of their characters and all this other crud. And they even claimed that they designed the UI, even though it's the same UI from a game that's been existing for years. And they actually had the gall in interviews to claim, no, it's not a reskin. We built this game from the ground up. It's like, well, that's funny. There are videos on YouTube from years ago of this other game that looks just like this one. It just has a different artwork. So, who is this supposed to fool? Not me. Oh well. I was hoping that Blizzard had learned from their mistakes. They have not. Whoever is in their PR department, you are a moron. Because that is not the way to get people jazzed up about your products. You've misread your customers. Oh, and of course the best part was, when people booed, and the guy says, "What? Don't you have phones?" Well, yes, as a matter of fact, I do. You know what I do with my phone? I'm not playing video games on it. I watch some YouTube. I read books. I love that Kindle app and a few others from other different book places. I do not play video games on my phone, especially not ones that require me to be connected to Battle.net all the time. I did used to have some of those Battle.net apps, but Blizzard crippled the Armory and then shut it down. That was great. I love the Armory. I mean, you could chat with people and do other stuff. And they messed up the other one because I used to use it for my class hall. Now it only works with the current expansion. They basically tore it up. Well, I'm still doing stuff with that class hall. Blizzard doesn't learn. They destroy their own products rather than make new ones. And it's really sad. Diablo is a fantastic franchise. And I don't know. One person pointed it out on Reddit that Blizzard used to be the company that would cancel a game because it didn't meet Blizzard's standards of quality, such as, the Titan Project or StarCraft Ghost. I mean, these things were pretty far along, and they got canceled because they didn't meet Blizzard's standards of quality. And now the standard is, hey, let's reskin some other game, slap our name on it, and make lots of money for cheap. Yeah, I know. Profit is not necessarily a dirty word, but there are good ways and bad ways to make it. And microtransactions and mobile are not the way for a PC gaming company to make it. I mean, good luck. I'm sure a few people will play it. You know, Blizzard may claim thousands of downloads. Well, there are millions of people who play Blizzard titles, so if it's in the thousands, you are an absolute failure. And I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb right now and predict Diablo Immortal will be a failure in contrast to games like, you know, World of Warcraft, or heck, even Warcraft 3 Remastered. Their remastered titles are going to make more money than this stupid phone game ever will. I am so glad I didn't spend a penny on that virtual ticket this year. My gosh, there was nothing to see. Woo! Dodge that bullet. I hope you didn't spend a lot of money on it. See you next time.